What's up everybody, I'm Jonathan Miller and welcome back to Jonathan Miller Music, where we help each other become better artists. With my 6th studio album finally on the horizon, I thought I'd share my actual home studio setup that I've used to produce and record the upcoming album. It's been a minute since I've done this type of video, so if you enjoy it, let me know with a like, a comment, and subscribing if you're new. If you're an independent artist like myself, or someone just dabbling in music creation, or maybe you just need some ideas for your particular budget, I hope this video will give you an idea of what you can use effectively without clogging up desk space or throwing yourself into debt. I mean, in this economy, that's pretty easy to do just buying groceries, but I'll do my best to keep the overall cost lower for you. First up, you're gonna need a DAW of some kind, which stands for Digital Audio Workstation. If you're just starting out and unfamiliar, a DAW is a program that allows you to record, edit, mix, and produce your next big hit, or scratch track idea that you come back to later. There's lots of them on the market. I personally use Logic Pro on Mac because way back in the dark ages when dinosaurs roamed the earth, I started with GarageBand, which is a great free program to start out with, by the way. But if you want to just jump in and then learn as you go, I personally recommend Logic Pro. I've worked with many artists and producers who love other DAWs like Ableton or Pro Tools. Many of these programs offer free or trial versions if you're not ready to commit to anything. One thing that I personally love and hate about Logic is that I feel like I'm constantly learning something new with every project. But I think that's probably pretty true for any DAW out there. Logic Pro currently runs at about $200 US, and other high-level DAWs like this are going to cost roughly similarly. Just be aware though, once you start watching tutorials, you'll come across thousands of plugins that you don't have but apparently everybody else does, and that can drive the cost up exponentially. Luckily, there is tons you can do with these programs without additional filters and plugins, so don't feel like you have to go out and buy everything ASAP. Take your time and build your own workflow. Then you'll be distributing your next big hit sooner than you think, which you can do by using the sponsor of today's video, DistroKid. DistroKid is one of the best music distribution platforms on the market, helping artists like you and me get our music up on streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Amazon, and more. For one small yearly price, you can distribute as much music as you can create without breaking the bank. Depending on which plan you decide is the best fit for you, you'll also gain access to DistroKid's gigantic library of additional features designed to help you grow, manage, and promote your music and take your career to new heights. One such fantastic feature is called Hyperfollow. Hyperfollow is an awesome tool that combines all the places your music is available and puts them in one easy-to-share hyperlink. This makes it really handy for your fans to quickly find your music in their location, no matter where they are in the world. You can add all sorts of customizations like your social links, your YouTube videos, and more. You can also collect email addresses to grow your email list and get your fans to pre-save your song on Spotify. It's a handy tool that will help you out a ton on your next promo run. So use my special VIP link to save yourself 7% on your first year's membership with DistroKid. Link is in the description. When it comes to microphones, I recommend the TZ Stellar X2, large diaphragm cardioid XLR condenser microphone. As a recording artist myself for nearly 20 years, if there's anything that I think is worth spending money on, it's a good quality microphone. I've used this microphone as well as microphones by AKAI, and both microphone brands are amazing. I really love the sound quality of the TZ Stellar though. In my experience, compared to AKAI, this has a little bit less of a harsher sound. It's not quite as crisp as the AKAI, and for some people that may be exactly what you're looking for. For me, it wasn't. It works really well with whatever pop filter you have to help eliminate a little bit of that sibilance on your S's. It's also really nice to use at home if you don't have access to a fully padded recording studio booth. But I mean, if you've got that, that's gonna work too. For home independent recording, like the name implies, it's pretty stellar. Currently, it sits around $320 US, which puts it on the higher end of condenser microphones, I'm aware. For comparison, the AKG Perception 220, which I've used for many years, runs at about $120 depending on where you shop. So you could always start with the AKG and then jump to the Stellar if you decide that you want an upgrade or a slightly different sound. Both microphones are linked in the description, as well as all of the other gear that I mentioned in this video. Now, to use this microphone, you're going to need an audio interface, and the best budget-friendly one that I highly recommend is the Focusrite Scarlett Solo USB audio interface. For those of you who don't know, this is the little gadget that's going to turn whatever you record IRL into an electronic signal into your DAW. The Focusrite Scarlett Solo is just so easy to use and goes for about $160. Many times you can even find it bundled with a bunch of other stuff that you're probably going to need, like a condenser microphone, a stand, cords, headphones, headphones. There's all sorts of different little bundles that you can find. I like the Scarlett Solo because it's very easy to just plug and play and micro adjust what your microphone picks up and how you hear yourself in your headphones. There are more advanced versions, of course, but if you're on a budget or just starting out, go with the Solo. It's a great set it and forget it piece of gear that lasts a very long time. To go along with the microphone and audio interface, I'd recommend getting some type of microphone stand and not just holding it, although that does work for some artists. I, however, talk and sing with my hands. I don't know if you've ever watched a video of mine, but you'll see this a lot. So personally, I think it's best if the microphone stays sturdy. And the one I recommend going with is the Rode PSA-1 Professional Studio Arm. It keeps your microphone tight in place while also providing a wide range of movement if you do need to move it around. When desk space is limited, it's nice to have something that you can push up and down, left or right, to keep your workspace as neat and tidy as possible. And since it just clips to your desk, it doesn't take up as much room as a traditional microphone stand would. I did that for a while in a very small bedroom, and I don't recommend that. It runs just under $100, but since it's pretty sturdy and hasn't broken in all the years that I've had it, I'd say it's definitely worth the money. Whether you know how to play professionally or not, a good portable desk-saving solution for a piano is the AKAI Professional Mini Keyboard. I swear by this little guy. It plugs right into your computer via USB and works with your DAW right away so that you can get your musical ideas down quickly. You can shift the octave buttons up and down so that you can get the exact keys that you need. It's got a drum pad built into it, so if you're a fan of making beats, you've got that available, which will also save you from having to buy another piece of hardware. There's so many little things that it can do beyond just being a small keyboard that doesn't take up very much space. Now, depending on how many keys you want and how big your desk is, it can range between $100 and $140. The $100 one has worked great for me for many years, so unless you've got the space for a bigger layout, the smallest version is the greatest bang for your buck. The last piece of gear that I recommend is a good pair of over-the-ear studio headphones. I've used Beyerdynamic headphones in the past, and they work wonderfully, which is why they're reviewed so well. But the ones I'm using right now actually came as a bundle set with the Focusrite Scarlett Solo. And they've been truly fantastic with great sound quality, no latency in playback. The sound is crisp and clean. The Scarlett Solo headphones, if you choose to go with a bundle, are also just like really comfortable too. I'm not a fan of headphones that don't really sit right, which is one of my issues with the Beyerdynamic headphones, but that could just be a me thing too. Whatever headphones you use, just make sure they go over your ears for the best dynamic sound. The bundle that I bought with the Scarlett headphones actually totaled about $280, but it came with a microphone, the headphones, the audio interface, etc. Really good quality studio headphones can run between $120 and all the way up past $200. So whichever one you go with is just gonna depend on your budget. Overall, this basic setup cost me about $1,000, and it's all products that I acquired over a long period of time. Of course, depending on your personal budget, you can go up and down in this range, but the $1,000 price tag does include Logic Pro. So if you wanna save $200 and you're not sure what you want to invest in, just start out with GarageBand. There are plenty of ways to save even more if you need to, or you can get more expensive if that's what your budget allows you to do. In which case, if it does in this economy, shout out to you. Either way, you'll soon be setting sail on a whole new exciting chapter of your music career.